Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about a remarkable tube integrated amp that has come through here. I've been listening to it for the last few weeks, but the amp I'm talking about today is the flagship integrated amp from Black Ice Audio. Now, recently I reviewed the little baby amp from Black Ice Audio, the FX10. That used EL84 tubes, sweet vocal, sweet tube sound. If you missed that video and you're interested in a full tube integrated amplifier for around $650, take a look at that video. I love that little amp, and the build and quality are remarkable for the price. It's something I don't really see. I wanted to review two amps from Black Ice Audio when they contacted me. They said, what would you like to review from what we offer? And Black Ice offers preamps, monoblock amplifiers, all tube, integrated amplifiers, DACs, a CD transport, a phono stage, which I hear is really, really good and I hope to review soon. They offer a complete line of tube products. The company is based right here in the United States. The amps are assembled, disassembled, serviced, sold, and shipped from right here in the United States. Now, many of you may know, many of you may not, but Black Ice Audio is actually Gelida. Have you heard of Gelida Audio? I used to have a Gelida phono stage that was quite remarkable many, many years ago, and Gelida have been known for their tube technology and their tube amplifiers. Black Ice is Gelida, and they have the whole history from the start to the current over at the Black Ice Audio website. I suggest taking a look at it. It's very, very interesting. So what I want to convey to you is what I found in the Black Ice F35, their flagship integrated. What makes it different than the multitude of other integrated tube amplifiers that are out there? There are many tube amps out there that can take multiple tubes. This one, the Black Ice F35, you can run KT88s, KT77s, EL34s, KT120s, KT150s. You name it, you can pick your poison when it comes to tubes, and all these tubes do sound a little different. So I've tested this F35 with KT88s, KT77s, and EL34s. Depending on the speaker I drove with it, I liked different tubes. With my Focal Diablo Utopias, I preferred the KT88. With the Alexandria Audio monitors, I preferred the EL34s. With the big Typhons behind me that I have here for review from CSS and J. Lee, I kind of preferred the KT77. So it will depend on the speaker you're driving, but the Black Ice Audio F35, where is it different? How is it different? Well, first of all, the design and looks are quite stunning. I've never seen a tube integrated amp have carbon fiber details, have a glass touch panel where touch controls, you touch to choose your input or the headphone output. And as you touch, it glows and it gives you that feedback so you know that you hit the right input. On the top, you have your tube complement. You have 12 AX7 tubes, which will automatically bias when you bias the power tubes. Now, also on the top of the amp, you have a beautiful big orange glowing meter. It glows orange when you turn it on, and when you turn it on, it means you want to bias the tubes. Now, biasing the tubes is super easy with the Black Ice F35, and it is a thing where if you get an amp, an integrated amp that has full auto bias where you don't have to mess with it, it is said that it degrades the sound quality a little bit. That is why Black Ice Audio prefers for you to do the biasing. And I have to tell you, it's as easy as cutting a slice of cake. It takes about 2 minutes to bias the amp. All right, so here is the top of the F35, and this is the bias meter. Right now it's off. If I turn it on, you'll see that it glows orange, and you have V1, V2, V3, V4. Now right now, and this is biased exactly how it should be. I biased it when the amp came in. It's never drifted. But if you want to adjust the bias, this is how easy it is. It comes with a tool. The F35 comes with this tool. It's like a little screwdriver. And inside, you will see 4 holes here. V1, 2, 3, and 4. Right now I have V4 selected. Even though I'm properly biased, I'm going to show you how easy it is. You take the little screwdriver, you put it in, you turn it left or right to dial in the bias. Now, the correct number is 60 for KT88 tubes, and that's where they're all biased to. But if it's not, you basically just turn the screw until you're in the right spot. Once you are, you turn it off, and you're properly biased. And the beauty of this is it takes 2 minutes. Once you're biased, all of these preamp tubes, the 4 12AX7s, automatically get biased when you bias the power tubes. Very simple. So the F35 has what Black Ice calls the Odyssey circuit, right? So the Odyssey circuit works with the Black Ice Hafler output transformer, which is proprietary to Black Ice. They have their own transformers, and I can tell you, after listening to this amp is dead quiet. Now, I have the bone stock version of the F35. I don't have the one that's all pimped out with the upgrades, because you can get specific upgrades to tailor it to the sound you like. I wanted the stock version, so I can talk about the stock version because honestly, the price of this integrated amp is crazy affordable for what you're getting. The bass is huge, the treble is very sweet and extended, but it's not over the top and it's not going to sound dull. This is a tube amp that has tube qualities and a tube sound to it, but it also offers the speed, dynamics, and punch of what I hear in some really good solid state amps. So to me, I was hearing the best of kind of both worlds, even though this is a full tube amp. And I put that down to the custom transformers they use and the quality parts used in the F35. Remember, this is their flagship, the best integrated amp Black Ice makes, and it comes in at $3,000. You're not seeing a $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 price tag. Looks-wise, build-wise, style-wise, I would expect this amp to be $6,500 going by what I see in the world of high-end audio. The transformers are custom wound with a core of German grain-oriented silicon steel. The output transformers are based on the Hafler design. It does have a subwoofer output on the back via a coax cable. You can upgrade to have dual subwoofer outputs if you're running a stereo pair. So that's very cool to have. So I tested the sub output with a Rel S510 and it sounded phenomenal. No problems integrating the sub with the sub output on the F35. The F35 also comes with a solid metal remote control, none of these skimpy plastic jobs. And this is a balanced tube amp. You can run single-ended RCAs or you can run balanced cables. You don't often see that in a tube amp design. So that's one thing that sets the F35 apart from the F22. It's balanced. So listening to music with the focals, the treble was a little spicy up top, but it still sounded really, really good. With the Alexandria audio speakers, it was a match made in heaven. Those speakers have soul, they have beauty. They kind of remind me of a Zen approach to music. And with the F35 at the helm, they sounded luscious, beautiful, big, powerful, sweet, enveloping, right? Perfect match. With the CSS Typhons I have behind me that I'll be reviewing soon from Jay Lee and CSS, the sound is big, it's huge. It's a little bit warm in the mids and a little bit extended up top. The bass, which these speakers claim can go down to 25 or 20 hertz or some crazy low number. The bass is uber powerful, but it's not overpowering my room. I will say with the Typhons, there is no sub needed at all. And the F35 really opens them up, creates this big wall of sound. And the Typhons are not the most refined speaker I've heard. They are a speaker to enjoy all kinds of music, right? And the F35 powers them with ease, absolute ease. This is a beautiful, beautiful tube integrated amp. And of all the tube integrated amps I've reviewed over the years or owned over the years, even going back 25 years ago, I've never seen one as beautifully designed, as polished, with such an attention to detail. You have the inputs that glow orange, whichever one you have activated, and the logo on top of the transformer cover, which is like a piano black finish, glows with an orange light. And it's just a beautiful amp, to behold. This amp excels, if your speakers are up to it, a nice, big, tall, wide holographic soundstage. And that's the thing that's known, tubes are known for, right? And this amp does it with ease if your speakers are up to it. Again, a lot of people think a tube amp can't power their speakers, but a lot of tube amps are way more powerful than you are led to believe. I've not seen any strain, any weakness, any harshness or hardness in the F35. So who is the F35 for? Black Ice makes the little FX10, they make an F11, they make an F22. But this is the flagship, and it's $3,000. And while $3,000 is not chump change, I've seen and I've spent a lot more for tube amplifiers that didn't look as good or sound as good, nor were they as dead quiet. A lot of times I've had amps come in here with tubes, I turn it on and there's a transformer buzz. I fixed my power issues. I had some DC on the line and issues, and when I put in the Puritan audio purifier, all of those issues went away. But just last week, I had a tube amp come in and it buzzed really loud. And even at my listening position with music on, I could hear the buzz. And I wrote the manufacturer and they said, oh, you might have an electrical issue. And I said, no, I took care of that. No other amp does this in here anymore. And I had to send it back. I refused to review it because if I wouldn't buy a product for myself, I would never review it here. It's why I don't do daily or every other day videos. I don't have enough to talk about. When you see a video from me, it's for something I would put my hard-earned money down for in a nanosecond. The F35 is an amp I would put my money down for in a nanosecond. Now let's talk about where this amp is made. So Black Ice Audio is based in the United States. They test all amps before going out. Sometimes they disassemble them, reassemble them, from what I understand, and they test them and burn them in before they ship them out to customers. If there's a problem, you deal with the company here in the United States. Now they oversee the manufacturing of their amps in Shanghai, China, in their own factory. So they're not skimping out, they're not using cheap parts, they're not having these amps built and not checking them out and just shipping them. These are quality amps. They take pride in what they do. And talking with Jamie of Black Ice, I've been talking with him back and forth. He has just been an amazing, helpful, super nice guy. So I know if there was ever a problem, you just reach out to Black Ice and they will take care of you. They do all the upgrades in-house. They do all repairs in-house. So you don't have to ship off the amp somewhere to China to have it repaired, or you don't have to send it off to a third-party affiliate to have it repaired. It's all right here in the United States. Let's talk about some of the upgrades that you can do if you want to order it with the upgrades or even send it back to Black Ice. So you can upgrade level 1 deals with the resistor, the diode, the capacitor, and even a tube upgrade, which Black Ice says will bring more body, more focus in the mid-range, and more holographic imaging. Upgrade level 2 will bring WBT speaker post and Cardus input jacks. Upgrade level 3 brings Wells Audio DC filtration. Now that's good if you have some DC on your line like I do. You can take care of that in the amp itself with the upgrade level 3. Upgrade level 4 replaces the standard internal wire with ultra high grade master built signal wire. The master built wire is single crystal and adds weight, but maintains smooth highs. Upgrade level 5. You can change the stock Black Ice audio caps to high-end capacitors of different types. And I guess you would talk to Black Ice about what you wanted to achieve there. You have upgrade level 6, which is the last upgrade level. Vishay Naked Z foil resistors improves detail, definition, transparency, and accuracy. So say you have really warm speakers and you want to liven it up, maybe that upgrade level 6. So you can do one of those upgrades or you can do all, and there's even an upgrade to add dual subwoofer outputs to the amp. If it were me, and here's one little niggle I would say, if it were me, I would make the dual sub output standard stock, because I do know a lot of people who use dual subs and that is a cool feature. So other than that, that's really my only niggle with the Black Ice F35. I've had no issues with it. It's been sounding beautiful no matter what kind of music I play through it. Again, the top end has some energy to it. It's not going to obscure your treble details. The mid-range is big and present, but it's not woolly or warm or muffled. It's clear where you can hear the crackles in the voice. The bass is some of the best bass I've heard from any integrated amp ever. And I can imagine what their monoblocks sound like with their preamp. I bet they are bass monsters. So Black Ice, 100% recommended if you're looking for a tube integrated. You can also go down to their F11 or their F22 or even the baby FX10. I'll put a link in the video description below to their website. If you're interested in Black Ice, there is so much information at their website, from their history to why you should choose Black Ice, to their 45-day in-home trial, to them talking about the parts they use, and on and on. All the information you need is at the Black Ice website. So the link is in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to go back and listen to the F35 right now with these Typhons. It's been a pretty exciting listen. I will have a review of the Typhon soon, as well as the Bucard 10th anniversary speakers. Much more on the way, including a review of a product from Mark Levinson, the man, his new company. So much more on the way. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time.